fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Nebraska's offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Fires to the big fella. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The Golden Gophers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, that is a crazy sequence of events because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on first down. Now you've got them in second in California thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Rushes on him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on. Protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Unloads it left. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Off the play fake. Under fire. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ford. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ford. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Huskers send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Taylor. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Grab near the marker. It's Hilton. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They go to the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set.
And it's picked off right at the goal line.
Who says